Hello, pretty ladies. Welcome. Vegan Glam Girl here. If you're not following my business page, please make sure you like and follow. We're still building up. I hope to get to 3,000 followers by the spring. So we're climbing the mountain. And if you are just jumping on, please hit that share button. It helps me so much. I do this for a living. I am so super excited about this live. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Monique and I am forever learning. I am a firm believer in there's just no top, right? There is no ceiling. There is no finish line when it comes to learning new techniques in anything, really, and anything in life. But obviously my passion are these products, and I constantly watch YouTube videos and research and make sure that I am telling you guys, my network, all of the greatest and best ways to get your perfect look, no matter what your skin type. So with that being said, this live, I am going to teach you how a new technique that I have just learned about applying the perfect foundation. This is a technique for people with a really large pores, or just large pores in general, and also with really oily skin. If you have really dry skin, you're not going to want to do this. But if you have really oily skin, this is going to be like a game changer for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to put on my primer. I'm going to get that spritzed on. I do have a little bit of shadow on and my brows. I have no makeup on my skin right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to throw on your water-based primer. First base makeup primer, okay? Spritz that on and allow this to dry. So this is where the technique comes in, okay? This is where the technique, and if you're not like a primer girl, you don't have to have this. I would recommend it. I never was a primer girl until I got my hands on our primer, but it's totally up to you. All right, so the next step to apply this, you guys, this is so flippin' cool. I'm so excited about this. So take a big fluffy powder brush. This is for a foundation look, okay? My powder brush is amazing. It's 02. It's on my site. Take a powder brush before you apply your foundation. Take out your brush. And what you're going to do, you guys, is you are going to, after your primer dries, you are going to be putting on your powder before your foundation. So this is going to help with fine lines. It's going to help with large pores. It's going to help just give you the coverage that you love. And it's also going to help with oil control. I know, this is like so flippin' cool. Okay, so on my site, I do have, I gotta find it. I do have the Perfect Translucent Powder, which I wanted to get ready before I started this live, but oh, here it is. So on my site, I do have this powder, which is absolutely amazing. It's 24 bucks and it will last you forever. I've had this for 2 years. 2 years, you guys. And look I still have another year in it. So translucent powder, you could use this one. You could use one of my HD color powders, but I'm gonna let you know, if you use the color powder, you guys, you can totally do it. But just keep in mind that there is pigment, there is color in these perfect color powders versus the colorless translucent powder. So there's actually kind of a bonus here. If you use the color powder, you're going to use less foundation then, which actually is pretty cool. I am going to do the translucent powder. Let's start with that. Okay. This is the Perfect Translucent Powder. It's only 24 bucks. You guys, I've had this for 2 years. This is going on 2 years. We're going to take this fluffy powder brush and I'm just going to grab some of that translucent powder and I'm just going to powder my face, especially paying attention to the areas where my pores are large and where my face produces the most oil. So my pores are largest right here on my cheeks. That is where I have the largest pores. I'm also going to take some and put some right up here. We are just going to powder our face before we add the foundation. So just powder this on, you guys. A lot of you already have my perfect translucent powder. My perfect translucent powder. Okay, so put that on. I'm just gonna dab, 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 dab. And now the next thing I'm gonna do is I am going to now put on the foundation. I'm gonna use brush 17, my large Big Daddy diffuser brush. I'm gonna grab my foundation. I actually have a duo palette right now because we're kind of getting into the spring with the sun. And now I'm just gonna lightly apply this foundation right on top of that powder. So what this is gonna do is this is gonna give you a more of an airbrush look and a more of a finished look. It's gonna help with your fine lines, and it's also gonna help with those large pores. I have like the largest pores ever. It is also gonna help you guys with oily skin. So if you're, like I said, if your face is really dry, do not do this. This is only if you have, you know, combination skin or oily skin. If you do this and your face is dry, you're just gonna dry it out, okay? So I'm just gonna keep adding this foundation on here. And you can just leave it like this now and just have it like this. If your skin is super, super oily, which I do have a few clients that is, you are gonna wanna add, let me put a little bit more coverage down here. You are going to want to add a layer of powder then on top of this. And that is just gonna finish it off. It's really, really gonna help with oil control. So let's put the foundation on. Boop. And now, do I have my little brush? I do. I'm just gonna blend this in just a little bit better up here through my forehead. Okay, and bring it down. Okay, and now I'm going to take the powder again. So I probably would take, let's just take just to switch it up, I'm gonna take now my Color HD powder, which send me a message. I will color match you for this and just kind of powder my areas to get a really, really cool, flawless look. Totally, totally locked in. And then you're just going to have this like awesome face, and this stuff is not going to move, okay? And if you don't have my products, you guys, just try it with your own. Try this with your own. If you have a loose, you know, if you have a powder and you have a liquid foundation, just try it and see what happens. I'm telling you, I am like so excited about this technique. I'm going to really start doing it and see how my pores are and see how my oil stays up through the day. And then the last thing you're going to want to do, of course, then you could put like your bronzers in and your contouring and all that. But at the very end, you're going to want to use then Oil Strike. So Oil Strike is an oil-free setting spray that's going to keep your oil at bay, and it's going to lock in your face. So then you would just spritz a couple of these, and then it's totally locked in. On out. And then you have this like awesome, locked in, finished face, minimizing pores, helping with fine lines, and helping with oil. I'm so super excited about this technique. I cannot wait to try it on some of my clients. I'm so excited. If you guys want to be color matched for the foundation, send me a message. It's super, super easy to do. All you have to do is just send me a picture and we can get the ball rolling and get you color matched for the foundation. And it will last you guys. The foundation's going to last you like 8 to 10 months. So that was my awesome, crazy foundation technique. And we will be on tomorrow. I have another awesome technique that I learned that I want to share with you guys. That's it. I love you guys so much. Mwah. I'm here always if you have any questions. Shop my store at veganglamgirl.org.